Yes, just an 1,800 gallon, another 1,800 gallon, a 4,400, a 2,200, a 3,000, a 58,000. You get the gist. We've got some big tanks.
There he goes.
All right.
The most amazing fish collection of anywhere I've ever seen in the world.
Don't get the gist now. I love my big man-eating fish. Right? So
I never thought I'd see one of those in person in my life. That's amazing. If I had this, I would be swimming in there every single day.
You want to get some shorts on, you can go.
I actually brought shorts just in case you said that. I'm like, if Josh invites me to go swimming in there. All right, guys, this is not going to be an easy day for me because I am giving away my prized stingrays. And it took me a long time to collect these. I've got a black diamond, I've got a king Henley eye. Some of you guys know fish, probably most of you don't, but here's a couple. These are called Bosamani. These are some of the only Bosamani stingrays that I've ever seen anywhere in the world. And for me to get them, I actually connected with a guy that lived in Finland who traveled to South America because he was the only one that could get a permit to collect them. And he brought them back to me. They were about that big, and I raised them as little tiny babies. But we are hiking them. When I say we're giving them away, we are going to hike them about 12 hours down the road. And the person I'm giving them to has the most amazing fish collection of anywhere I've ever seen in the world. His entire house has monstrous aquariums that have the rarest fish of anywhere I've ever personally seen in my life. It's unreal. So, you know, if I was going to give my prize fish to anybody, I would rather give them to him than to sell them to somebody else. And I'm going to take you guys along for the ride and show you exactly his place. It will freaking blow you away. But here's how I'm transporting them. So I went to my Nards and I bought these 27-gallon totes, and I'm going to fill them up with the water from the aquarium, and then I have a air pump that I will plug into the dash of the truck, and then I will aerate them the entire journey. I'm not going to take a chance of losing them at the last minute on the journey there. So cross our fingers we have a safe journey. The next time you see me, we will be showing up at Josh's house sometime tomorrow, and we're in for an adventure. If you haven't seen this, it is legitimately the most epic fish setup, rare fish, whatever you want to say, anywhere in the world. And he's got his own YouTube channel, but we're going to see him in just a moment, so let's go now. All right, we only got 2 hours left and we'll be there, and here's how the load is looking. So far, everything is still going good. Air pump is pumping, and the rays are doing good. Everything's stacked up and everything's going good. So we'll see ya at Josh's place. All right, guys, I just got to Ohio Fish Rescue. We're here successfully, and I want to show you guys this. I told you this was the place for the most amazing fish collection anywhere in the world. Guys, this is Josh. Josh,
how you doing?
This is the guys.
Well, first and foremost, welcome to our humble abode. You know, we've got gallons everywhere. You guys will see some amazing fish.
And this is Rich. And this is Rich.
I saw him. He puts it. Like, I saw what you wanted to do.
I'm surprised you can see that. You're half blind, Rich.
In the light, I can see.
All right. So, but you guys do have the most amazing fish collection. This was I was telling these guys. So you have an 1,800-gallon tank.
Yes, just an 1,800 gallon, another 1,800 gallon, a 4,400, a 2,200, a 3,000, a 58,000. You get the gist. We've got some big tanks, so let's take a look.
Let's go check
So first and foremost, this is one of the two Bellagio aquariums, so we call it. Both of these came out of the Bellagio Casino on the show tanked. Each one is 20 foot long, 3 foot wide, 4 foot tall, 1,800 gallons. Each tank cost over $150,000 to originally be built, with filtration, full life support, the corals, and the facading. We didn't end up getting any of the facading. We just got the aquariums and the filtration. So we got a hell of a deal. We brought them here to Ohio Fish Rescue. We set them up. This tank is home to a bunch of what we call community monsters. So we have, you know, ballast sharks, leporanus, barbs, all sorts of stuff that you really wouldn't see grow big, but you sell them at the pet stores for $2, $3 and they get big. I'm gonna let him take over and show you what's in the next.
You saw that? I wanted to talk and I put my hand up and I
I saw that. Yeah. You did the same thing I did.
Same thing you did.
All right.
You can actually look up. It's called the Bellagio Heist.
Okay.
Is the video of us getting these tanks and bringing them home.
When fish come in, they go through 3 to 4 weeks of rigorous quarantine. They get treated for pet parasites, fungal, bacterial, and we make sure the fish are eating and they are doing well before we adopt them out. Not to say
or put them into our
that
waters.
You cannot adopt them beforehand, but there is a disclosure. This fish did not finish quarantine. You know, he's been here for X amount of days. If you want to take him, that is on you because you're going to have to quarantine him when you get them to your house, your water.
Yep.
So yes, we have all these fish in quarantine. This is a whole breeding colony of haps. And if you look behind you, yet another 1,800 gallon tank. And I'm going to let him tell you all about this one.
Oh, me? I get to talk? Yay! I'm kidding. Watch this. This is the neatest thing. Put your hand up here, and they think it's feeding time. Now, if you look off to the left and look off to the right. There's no fish over there. They're all here. Now I feel bad. I'm not feeding them. Let me give them some food.
You're teased. Now you got some brand new fish in.
Yes.
Right? And we've got one of the
gold base albino pearl.
Yep.
We've got, you know, all these are quarantined fish. So we've got tiger shovel nose, giant gourami, Bosmani stingrays. We've got sturgeon over here. You've got the albino sterlets. You've got the white the diamondbacks. You've got the super white cross big spot stingray here. And then down here is actually something really neat. I don't even think I told you about these yet. But there is 4 tiger moray eels. One is right there. There's one back there. They're hidden all over. They hide really, really well. One's underneath that decoration.
What do you
back
mean
there.
tiger moray eel?
So when you think of a saltwater moray eel,
right,
it's a saltwater moray eel that they've converted over to fresh water. So it is a tiger moray eel in fresh water, and there is 4 of them there.
The fish, I've seen fish here that I've never seen in my life, ever anywhere. More fish. I mean, this is overwhelming. It really is overwhelming, you guys. It is such an amazing setup.
Best part. Look at our new rays we just got in. Look at the tubs behind you. We had our buddy drive here 12 hours. Bringing them. So we got these 3
we're still acclimating, getting them in the tank. We're doing good. So we're giving you guys the tour while we're still, you know, doing work. And what, it's 10 o'clock at night. There we go.
It's been a long day.
So this right here is an MBU puffer. He would fight me and call it a what?
It's a mabu puffer.
A
That's how
mabu.
they're pronounced, mabu.
That's what I would say. A mabu.
Yeah. That's what it's actually called. That's what it's known in its native territory. They call it mabu. I've been corrected so many times, but he will not let go of this MBU thing.
MBU, and just because of that, we've got 3 more. We've got 1, 2, and 3. All right.
So we're gonna get to the stingrays, but I want to show them the big fly river turtle.
Go for it.
The stingray collection here is
Get in there and get
the best stingray collection I've ever personally seen, ever in my life, ever anywhere. I mean,
you're getting special treatment right now. We got the big man. He's getting in the pond. And if you can, kick that starfish over to me, and I'll get it out of the pond.
Starfish?
There's a starfish on the ground right there. It's not a real starfish. It is it is a mounted starfish that fell in. So we just don't want it to leak in the pond. There we go. And speaking of rays, we have a breeding pair of Latoros in here. One just went underneath the sump. There is a platinum. Yeah,
trip.
I have to replace that one. That's another one that went bad this week. Come here, buddy.
Hang on, give me time.
Come on, big boy. Here we go. This is Mr. Hubert. He is a fly river turtle, and these guys come from Papua New Guinea.
He's going to do his flipping thing.
Up.
There he goes.
Up. Ow. All right. Now he
Not yet.
will
Not yet.
be
Now he's done.
good. All right. So this is Hubert. This is our mascot here at Ohio Fish Rescue.
Hey, buddy. He's so soft on his fins, but his shell is hard, like leather.
So he is one of
He will
the
not
only
bite.
species of freshwater, what we call a sea turtle, but he is a fully aquatic freshwater turtle. He gets the name because he's got the pig nose.
See that little snout? They're
Also
so
known
cute.
as a pig-nosed turtle, but he has flippers and not claws like regular turtles. That what was a scrape? It is healing back.
Okay.
He scraped himself on the stump.
Trying to get under there.
Yep.
Hang on. Give me time.
All right, buddy. Off you go.
Bye, Hubert.
Now we're gonna look at the collection of the Polypterus.
Yes. So,
I love these Polypterus.
we have a little bit of everything in here. First and foremost, we have 2 Peroon sharks, which these things should not be in the hobby whatsoever. They get upwards of 8 feet long. They can eat a small human depending on how you want to look at it, but they are one of the biggest, most ferocious in any aquarium. He will be the biggest and the fastest fish.
Tell the story of our buddy up in Canada with the 50.
He had a 50,000 gallon
Yeah.
aquarium, and he had some Peroon sharks in there and ate a 5 foot long arapaima.
His Peroon sharks did. You know what kind of fish you have to be to eat a 5 foot arapaima?
We're gonna show him a 6-foot arapaima in a moment, and if you can imagine that getting 8, that had to be a really big.
Yeah.
They get big and bulky, you know? Like, you know, okay, you see a Peroon shark, they're hard to distinguish between iridescent sharks, okay? Except for their top fin has a long thing on it. But if you look over here, this is a black-eared Peroon shark. See how big the body is?
Yeah.
So when they get 6-8 foot long, their body is huge, you know? It ain't just long and skinny like they are when they're little. They get big and thick like that.
But we also have, we have the Saratoga or the Giardini arowana. We have almost a 3 foot. This is a true Aethiopicus, which is a marbled lungfish. This is the big beast from Africa that they can get upwards of 6 feet long. He is just pushing about 3 foot right now. When he's right here, I'd say he's probably about 35 and a quarter. So I say 3 foot, but not quite. We also have flagtail, long nose gar, and then we have a very nice collection of Polypterus. We have Kingicus, we have Delhaize, we have Lapridae, we have Enlicheries, we have ornates in here, which are back there. There is there's another ornate. There is Delhaize and Weeksy in the back. And then some fish that you don't see that are also in here is a 2 foot fire eel. We also have granulosus cats. We have Irwini catfish and what you call a rock baku, which is one of the 3 largest armored catfish. You don't see them in the hobby all too often, but there's one hiding in these very waters. And then next door, this is the 4,400 gallon aquarium where we kind of jumped around, but kind of the star of the show here in this tank is Schwarzenegger. This is a 3 foot xanthic iridescent shark. This is the only one in the United States.
We know of. We've heard of.
That we know of. We've been offered $8,000 for this fish and this fish alone, but we've turned it down. We've had him for what?
24 years?
Which one?
Him, right here.
I thought you said xanthic.
Yeah.
Xanthic,
He
which
is.
is basically all it is a sort of albino. It's a whitewashed fish.
It's a gold
okay.
iridescent shark.
Xanthic to me always referred to yellow.
Yeah,
Yellow or gold, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you either get that bright yellow with the black eyes,
Yep.
or a deep like gold with black eyes. And him, he
here,
is
we
a
got
deep
one over
gold.
here.
So here,
Go ahead, Josh.
if you look over here, there is a xanthic clown knife right there, and he is a deep gold.
Ah, I see it now. Oh, yeah. Okay. And now that we're over here,
Sir, come on.
this is my favorite part.
Why not?
This is my favorite.
So right here, this is our 2,200 gallon aquarium. You won't believe this story, but we actually stole this tank as well. This tank was paid for by a car dealership. They spent over $100,000. That's right, $100,000 on this aquarium alone. He had black tip reef sharks in it. And when he got busted by the feds, he was embezzling money. Feds came in, shut down the dealership. Everyone,
They shut down and confiscated everything and sold it at a public auction.
when they came in for the auction, you know, everyone came in, they were looking for Harleys and cars. Nobody came there looking for a fish tank, right? Well, the guy put with a first bid in $750. He thought, you know, I'm gonna double my money. He put it up on Marketplace in a buy, sell, trade jewelry group, and one of our members called us, says, you need this tank, $1,500. We called him up, says, I'll come pick it up tomorrow.
Anyways, the two forklifts picked it up. I backed the car trailer under it, and they set it on the car trailer, and my little Ford Edge said like this.
So we've got a Bosamani in here.
So this is a designer Super Spot Bosamani. We've got a Super White Cross female, which is actually pregnant.
Yep.
You can see the humps on her back. She is ready to give birth so soon. She is also pregnant right now. You've got a nice black diamond male. This is an Eclipse black diamond. You can see all the little donuts on her back. That is a trait that a lot of people have forgotten about in breeding rays, and now it's starting to make a comeback, and these rays are worth a lot of money.
Really?
And now we've got a big female that looks nice, and if you guys know, the majority of your rays, they come from the niceness of the male. So if you want to give it like a split, you probably do a 65-35 from father to female. So you have a nice female and a nice father, you're looking at some very, very nice rays.
And so then when we're talking about nice rays, we're not even close to being done.
All right, so over here we have what we call our grow outs.
The Holy Grail.
So this is an albino black diamond.
Right
That
there.
is a purebred albino black diamond. We also have an albino black diamond hybrid. Then we have a couple other BDs. And then we have what we call a designer hybrid. This is a Bosamani crossed with a black diamond. And you kind of have all these little spots.
Yep.
Which, you know, over in Asia, they're now more concerned with the hybridization and getting the pet patterns on rays. I kind of like to keep it a little bit more simplistic and pure. So
I never thought I'd see one of those in person in my life. That's amazing. I've seen pictures, but unreal. I mean, drool. That new big spot you just got.
yeah.
Unreal.
There is another one that's actually looked past. I don't even think you noticed her over here. But this girl right here.
I have dreams about.
Have you ever seen anything like
No.
that?
It looks like a P14 cross.
It's
almost.
nothing but tiny spots all over her. I don't know what she is mixed with. I don't know. She is just a designer hybrid at this point, but I've never seen anything like her.
In my life, I would sit in my aquarium and clean it because I would just crawl in it, and these two P14s would just come sit in my lap. And I'm cleaning, right? And I'm like, oh, this is so awesome. Like rays are just swimming all over me. And then I get the Bosamani and I crawl in my tank and I'm cleaning and I see one of them coming by and I'm like, what is it doing? And the tail goes up like this, Josh. And I'm like, what is it? And I'm in the tank. And I'm like, what? And it goes boom, and it just hits me. On Thanksgiving, I jumped, I was screaming in pain while I was jumping in, not fear. The pain, the amount of pain, it was so bad it hit me on my bare foot. I spent the entire day on Thanksgiving in the tub running hot water over because it's supposed to alleviate the pain. I gave myself 3rd-degree burns because that felt better than the pain from the Bosamani sting. That's why you have them now. Now look at this bad boy. Tell me about that one.
This is a jelly catfish. He is probably about full grown right now, but pound for pound, probably the meanest catfish I have here. If you look up here, he is always hunting and he is ready to hit at any point. Come on, buddy. Oh! He wants to get you. When I get in this tank, he follows me around the tank. He will swallow my elbow, my fist. One time he got me so hard it felt like someone just took a hammer and whacked me. And I was like, what the hell?
That's when you know you're loved by your animals, right?
Well, one of my prize fish in this tank is that planiceps, or a firewood catfish. Down in South America, they get their name because they are long and slender. So when they catch them, they get about 5 foot long. They are good for nothing except for drying out and using them as firewood. But those are a super rare catfish. You normally
But
don't
wait,
see them.
there's more. This pond,
58,000 gallons. It was revamped by Greg Whitstock, the pond guy. He came in, put a reverse flow wetland filter on it, and now it is home to lots and lots of monster fish. When we get my boy Brutus coming up, he is a 6.5 foot arapaima. Let me go ahead and get their attention a little bit. You've got a 40-inch or so platinum alligator gar swimming up right here.
and you got a piebald gar right there. I call it a xanthic piebald. That's an alligator gar. That right there is I think that's one of my favorites. One of my 5 favorites in your place.
So he is that golden color that you think a xanthic is, but he's got red eyes. So he's technically an marbled albino. Some people like to call him a koi gar. We have one of him.
Brutus.
There he is. Yep, that's the big boy. We have a smaller 4.5 foot, maybe closer to 5 foot arapaima, but the big guy, 6.5 foot, probably about 200 pounds. Now you think a 200-pound fish, he's not that big, but let me tell you, this guy is probably this big around. When I stick my hand next to his tail, he's about that tall. So I can stick 2 of my hands and not cover the tallness of his body. He is a big, massive fish. Here goes another one of those fly river turtles. This is the baby that I grew out. This was not a rescue, so you can see he is a little bit more flawless. No, wounds on his shell, nothing like that. He's got the perfect roundness. He's got no curling of his shell. So this is my boy that I've been growing out now for about 5 years.
And now you've got in here.
So this right here is a scarlet cactus pleco. This is a L600.
That's an L600?
Yep.
Okay.
I have a whole breeding pair of these guys. I've got a rhino pleco here. I've got a watermelon or a royal right here. This is the other 600, the cactus pleco.
Those are rare. I mean,
yeah.
I've had them, but they're just average. And now you've got a certification plaque on the wall for a fish that you can't have unless you have.
Yes, that is the Australian lung, which we will get to here soon. There's also a Chinese albino whales. So these guys are rare enough as is, and he is an albino.
On top of it.
Yep.
It's just unreal. I mean,
So-
if a guy had 1 or 2 of these fish in his collection, he would be really, really proud.
Yeah,
Because I had 4 gold gar, and I thought I was king of the ring. I'm like, I got the coolest fish in the world, and I come here and I'm like, I can't even keep track of them. And I've seen pictures of some of the fish, and you just have them all over. Oh, we're not done with the super cool fish. We're not even close.
Right here is that Australian lungfish I was telling you about. They are a CITES 2 species, which means they are critically endangered. But these guys here, you are able to own them if you have a microchip and you have the certification for them, which we do here. There you go. There's Brutus. Big beast. And he's probably about 6 foot down beneath the water right now.
He's amazing. He's amazing. If I had this, I would be swimming in there every single day.
If you want to get some shorts on, you can go.
I actually brought shorts just in case you said that. I'm like, if Josh invites me to go swimming in there, I am definitely going swimming in there.
More than welcome. Take that GoPro underwater and get some awesome film.
This is he's coming right here. He's coming. This right here. This is the to me one of the holy grails of fish right there.
So back in the day, the person who donated this fish, he actually paid $10,000 for that fish alone, and he grew them out. He ended up getting out of fish keeping. He's like, I don't want my fish to go just anywhere. He's like, I need the best home possible.
That's why I brought my fish to you.
Send his friend on a 36-hour drive here, and you just took a 12-hour drive to bring your fish here.
Yep.
So you know it's a testament to the time. We'll give him a great home.
Well, I've been following you on Instagram forever, and I mean I know. All right.
Well,
so
you know we've been friends now for 10 years. Hang on, we got more.
We got more.
So you've got the Prehistoric catfish right there. That is the known man-eater from the Amazon. They get upwards of 9 feet long. Can eat a human, but one of my most prized possessions in this whole place is my albino goonch Urelli, and he is not happy right now. He's like, gorgeous. You just got me out. Look at him.
Oh,
he is a beauty.
Wow, look at that fish.
And then you see him, you're not even looking at the Vitatus African tigerfish.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, look at those teeth. If you can get a close-up shot, he's got some ferocious teeth. Over here is just a quarantine tank. Some fish who kind of got some nips on them. They are healing up. A royal clown knife, African lungfish. Now this guy here is kind of rare. He's about $1,000. That the one on the bottom, he is a red tail cat marble high fin hybrid. He's about $1,000. The one that's on top is an African giraffe cat, and he is also looking pretty cool. Now over here we have the albino pearl stingrays. We have pretty much every morph in here. We have the stretch pearls. We've got the red base. We've got the gold base, another gold base, but you see these are all pearl stingrays, but their patterns are all so different.
That's what I was saying. If I even seen one of these, I'd be like, holy crap. Just one, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
And then on top of it, the 2 albino Leopoldis.
Yep. And then we got one in quarantine that's waiting
and the big spot, yeah. Unreal. I mean, it's unreal. And that designer ray, that designer hybrid, it's just gorgeous. That one there, right there, that chain link, that's what I would call that, a chain link. That's just unreal.
So they call her a stretch because what should have been a spot is now elongated and it's like stretched out.
Yep.
So that's what they
now, would that be a xanthic clown?
Correct. This is a xanthic clown knife. He is probably about 2 foot. But you look at him, he's probably 7, 8 inches tall. He is a big, thick beast.
He's a big dog, boy. He's a big one.
And we also got my jow catfish, one of the other known man-eating catfish. If you guys don't get the gist now, I love my big man-eating fish. Right next to him is one of my other prized possessions. This is my goonch catfish, a true Urelli. He is 34.5 inches long. He is another man-eater that comes from India, all the way up in the mountains on fast-flowing rivers. These guys can get down a lot colder, and they get massive, about 7 feet long. Now, next tank, this is a 500-gallon cube. These are koi that were bred from the one and only Shaquille O'Neal, the famous basketball player. When Greg Wittstock went down and built him a pond, we were supposed to bring his koi down to his pond from Chicago all the way down to Atlanta, Georgia. We got a call, and now we had to bring his koi back to our house where they sat for 3 months. Well, his koi coming into our water, it initially triggered a spawn, and they spawned everywhere. We had about 500 babies or so, so we ended up keeping about the 10 best, but we've got some that are on par for growing and some that are 2 years old and a runt. So these are our shat koi right here. Then the next tank, you've got a tank full of 700 gallons, Zaire Frontosa, got a couple Burundi Frontosa and Black Widow Frontosas in here. But these are just a beautiful blue Frontosa, some people like them, some can't stand them, but if you're in the hobby, you have to at least appreciate them. I think that they look spectacular.
Oh, they're beautiful. They're just gorgeous. Like I said, I told you off camera, I'm not much into cichlids, but I still do appreciate them. I'm like,
for sure.
Yeah, that is beautiful. We got some peacock bass in here. We've got some Oscars that I've never seen before.
So we've got the Starburst Oscars down here. They're a breeding pair. We've got a breeding pair of the red Anabepo pikes, a breeding pair of the Vieja Argentea, a breeding pair of the Texas. They actually just spawned down in that corner. They have about 1,000 eggs on that back wall. We have a breeding pair of Viejas in here. We have a breeding pair of, it's actually not a pair, it's a Jaguar with a red tiger Motag. So basically this tank only works because there's so many breeding pairs in here, nobody can say, hey, this is my tank. If you tried this in a 10 gallon, it'd be a bloodbath. But this is a 1,000 gallon. As you can see, there is no nips, no tears, nobody's being picked on. And I want to say I just got lucky. But honestly, it's been years of experience knowing what works, what doesn't. If you throw too many attitudes in the tank, nobody can take over and you just get peace.
Once in a while you do get lucky.
Sometimes.
So this is the last tank in here.
Correct.
But you have a pond outside with Holy Grail fish in it as well.
We have a 35,000 gallon koi pond out there, 5 paddlefish, and a bunch of awesome koi, but it is way too dark.
Yeah.
So you're probably going to be out of here super early, so you probably won't even be able to get it in the morning. But if you guys want to check that awesome pond out, check out Ohio Fish Rescue on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You can find us there. But in this tank, this is an 8x4x4 acrylic 1,000-gallon aquarium. You have a golden dorado.
No problem fish.
And another jowl catfish that is closing in on over 30 inches. As soon as he hits 3 foot, he's going in that monster pond because he needs to get to massive proportions. Need to get him over 5 foot long so we can say we have the biggest jowl cat.
You want to get him to man-eating size.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Well, the first thing I got to say is thank you, gentlemen. I do appreciate you letting me come out and invade your space.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks, Josh. Thanks, Rich. Ohio Fish Rescue. If you guys are on Instagram, follow them. That's where I follow along. You're also on YouTube. It's amazing. Just an amazing facility, amazing setup. And thanks, and I'll be sleeping in the Rockstar Suite tonight.
There you go.
His old room.
Yeah. God bless you guys. Thanks for coming along for the ride. We'll catch you on the next one.